Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. We are here at Six Flags today on Memorial Day, and man, can I tell you, unlike Canopy yesterday, this is wild. There are more people here on Memorial Day than I've ever seen, and I know it's one of the busier days of the park, but Robbie's here too. We're in the parking lot, and we already can't deal with this day. First of all, I jumped into his car, but it took us way too long to park because people are like, I don't know. I feel like this is a really easy process where you pull in, show them your ticket. People are like backing into spots when they don't need to do that. There's like 4 empty spots and they're backing into them. You just need to pull through the spot. Like, I don't know what to say, man.
There was like a guy doing like U-turns, but way back in the TV lot.
Okay, wait. What?
No, wait, because you have to deep.
Well, that's the day you're having.
I just noticed someone put their initials in the tar.
JW?
There too. I never noticed this before.
Wait, where?
They're right there.
Who's JW?
I don't know. Some guy.
Some guy. Could be a girl, you know.
Or a girl. I don't know.
The funny thing is we're going to Hershey later this week, and I feel like that's going to be easier than this is right now, which is crazy. That's a crazy statement to make. I'm ready for the first queue line. Walking in the queue. QQ. Well, so we're finally through the gate. And I just am so curious about why it takes so long. I mean, besides that they're taking pictures in the line, I actually really think that they need to open up a separate line for people that haven't come with their new pass and need to get a picture done. Like, that just needs to be a separate thing. And then there were people in front of us that were like, we're still waiting for our tickets. And I was like, first of all, they're digital. Secondly, like, why are you in the line? It was crazy. Oh, hey, Sylvester and Daffy are out. I almost said Sylvester and Tweety. Ron Bird. That is a duck up there in that sea of people over there. Looks like the Riverboat Cafe is open, which I saw in the Facebook group, and we'll take a closer look a little bit later. I do like the signage they added out front of it that says what they have here. I was trying to make updates about the stuff they added in the main drag there because there's a bunch of new stuff, but like just getting through the clog of people was so bad. Like, I feel like navigating Magic Kingdom was easier than all that. My secret when I first walk into the park and I need to use the bathroom is I come all the way up by JB's and towards where Houdini is over here and hit these guys. It's almost always empty, even on a busy day. Okay, so I want to do a quick update that the Quantum Accelerator sign is up. It looks like somebody's actually, there's a couple maintenance people here right now, which is good because before it was not being watched at all, but
They're measuring something.
Yeah, they're measuring something. What do you think they're measuring?
Probably the queue cable. Probably the post to put in for the queue line.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
You know, you see already the drill outs there.
It looks good. I'm like really excited for this ride to open just because it's like nice to have something new in the park. And the sign looks awesome. I like the theming. You know what I don't like? The cup situation. At this point, I think it's pretty unacceptable that I have to wait to even like get a drink and they can't even scan it correctly half the time. This is not gonna work. It's actually a busy day. These trains though, very steampunk. Look at that. You know what's funny is that it's designed like that's gonna go turbo. Like, look at that, like the turbo jets. Yeah, right? But like, you know, it's only gonna go like, what, 50 miles per hour?
I don't think it goes that fast.
Do we think this is flashbacks last year? Because that is a pretty heavy rumor right now. You know, you were just asking me 2 minutes ago if this locker room was going to be crazy, but judging by the people out of it, it's probably going to be like nuts in here. No, it's kind of okay in here.
Six Flags 2025.
You didn't look at the corner to the left of you where there's just like a pile of bags? Like in front of the lockers. Look at that. See, this is a problem. It's like in the way of getting to the lockers. Like, that's like not okay. You know what I mean? Superman, na, 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 na. So actually, the line is really not bad today for Memorial Day at like 1:30 in the afternoon. And they're not even using that side of the queue, so this isn't bad. Yeah, I've never seen this before. Like, I don't know what's going on. They're racing at exactly the same speed, so it's kind of like, who's gonna win?
I'm not gonna lie, this actually looks fun.
Well, there used to be like, not here, but there's other parks that have had racing roller coasters. Great Adventure used to have one. Did you bet on yellow? Because that's who won. One way to kill time in this line is talk about the entire history of the Legend of Zelda games, because that's what we've been doing.
It has some wacky lore that we've been like just like talking about.
Yeah, but like, I love it. I mean, like, we're just hyper nerds, so we can just stand in line and talk about that all day and talk about all the Zelda rides we want to see at Universal for the attraction that has not even been announced. So. Very interesting enough, there are no bags here anywhere in this facility. Well, except now they've migrated, never mind. But I think the ones that were here were probably removed by security. So don't leave your bags everywhere, folks, unless you want to see them again. So the wait time for that was about 20 minutes, but we got tagged in like an extra 10 minutes there because there were a bunch of people hopping into the back seat with special passes. But I would say for Memorial Day, only 20 minutes for Superman is actually very good. So it does look like Six Flags is staging something here, so they must be preparing some kind of performance. This Joker line, however, is absolutely insane. It's backed all the way up to like the start of the queue. I've never actually seen that. This is unnecessary for this ride. Like, I don't know. I like this ride, but I would not wait that long because it takes too long to load out. Absolutely insane on Memorial Day.
It's literally only worth riding if it's like 5-minute wait.
I agree. And then of course Harley's got a long line. Actually, this isn't bad for Harley. Look, because it's only that queue over there. It's not like by the statue where when it's really bad.
And Riddler's is still down.
Riddler's is still down. That's crazy. I wonder what the deal is with Riddler's Revenge because it's been down like for the entire season.
I think it's a lift motor.
What they had a problem with the lift motor last year. So like, oh, here, cool off. I'm going in. Woo! I was just wearing a tank top. I forgot to bring one. So it is Memorial Day and it's like the first warm day in Massachusetts in like 2 weeks. So I think the reason why the lines are okay is because everybody's taking advantage of Hurricane Harbor being open today. It doesn't look that busy either, but I mean, like you can see people up there going on the slides, but even that's like pretty low. So, yeah.
Oh, and these people are about to get an evac credit, I think.
You think so?
Well, if everybody's leaving the ride, something's going on in the
Oh yeah, so Batman. Well, I don't know if it's Batman's stuck or if there's just a problem up in the.
Yeah, there might be.
Oh my God! Look at that line way out there. Oh my God!
Yeah, this is a no-no.
Yeah, we're not doing Batman today.
If you can see the line from here, you know you can't get on Batman.
Oh yeah, nope. I'm not doing that today. I was like, we're like, oh, let's see the line. But if it's like in that back queue where like you can see it from the front, no, because it takes way too long for the load. I don't know why it takes them so low down.
It's a B&M floorless.
It should be
like
easy.
Quickest.
It should be easy.
It should be the quickest.
Yeah. Robbie just pointed this out to me, but we're like walking by Quantum Accelerator, and he's like, I love that it's more open. I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's talking about this, like I forgot, like the big lawn chair was here, and like all those other displays, and there were games, right? There were like games and stuff. Like I think there were a couple of them, but there was like
a food stand or something too.
Maybe, but it is more open. I didn't even notice that.
There was the thing with the shark that was hanging and all that stuff.
Yeah, right. But no, that's still over there.
Is it still over? Are you sure?
Oh, maybe not. So. No, you're right. You're right. That's gone.
That's
gone.
Because it was for the.
Wow.
It was for the.
That's crazy. I didn't even notice that. Wait, you know what it is? The gate here. They rebuilt this whole section.
And this is all new tarmac.
So they pulled it forward because I think it went back more to allow that, but they were building Quantum in that space.
And this is all new tarmac here.
Yeah, that is tar. You can smell it.
Yeah,
that's new. What you were smelling when you came in there.
Yeah, but we were up on the other section already.
Yeah, you can smell tar from anywhere.
Yeah, that's true.
So, once again, recommendation. Use the Flash Pass at Wicked Cyclone, especially on holiday. We just entered the line. This is crazy. Flash line. The Flash Pass line, even that's up to the staircase. So, there you go. Holiday, Memorial Day. I gotta say, the loadout was actually pretty fast today. They've gotten better with it since the last time we were here. Like even when we were getting off, I saw them like we were getting off and they were already letting the next group in. Last week we were like waiting for it to clear out completely, then waiting a full minute. So they're picking up the pace. It does look like I'm fighting bees, or like I'm holding like my camera like it's supposed to be my hand. I'm vlogging in my mind. Are you giving me the 2 thumbs up? So on a warm day like this, I'm sure everybody wants to go in Blizzard River, but Memorial Day and it's warm like this, that queue is all the way up to like basically this front here. As refreshing as it seems, because I actually would love to go on this right now. but I'm not gonna wait on this line. Headed off to Houdini now. Sorry, Paul, you're not here, but we'll do it for you. Woo! Houdini! Oh, we're probably just make this just in time. I was saying this for Robbie, but on a warm day, Houdini is where you want to be because it's air conditioned in here and it's spooky.
It's not right now though.
I think it is on, but like low.
Yeah,
It smells a little weird in here right now, though.
It always smells weird in here.
That's true. That's part of like the effect, like the sweaty smell. Inside of Houdini, without Paul, it feels very weird.
Sorry, Paul.
That might have been the best experience we've ever had on Houdini in our entire lives because the people that were just in there were like,
They're losing it.
they legit thought we were upside down, and there were like also kids screaming, and then the adults behind us started screaming, and these girls behind us were like,
The funny thing is, before the ride started, they're like, "What does this ride even do?" I'm like, "It goes upside down." And I'm like, "What?"
yeah, and then they're screaming, like that girl's just screaming. She's like, ah! She's like, oh my god, upside down! And then she's like, how do we get out the doors out there? And like, then meanwhile, somebody behind me just loses her mind and starts screaming. So like, there's like people crying, and it was like,
we were crying, laughing.
It was like
so funny.
I could not like just I can't remember all the things that were said. It was like people yelling across the thing. They were like legit like thought we were upside down. I turned around and looked, and they were like hanging on the bars, like screaming. Like that was one of the best rides of Houdini I've ever had. Like, you know, just a very interactive experience for once.
I'm so sad for Paul that he missed out.
I know, like this is like one of those days that you keep on. Yeah, and yesterday at Canopy, I'm like, Paul's like, I mean, he's on a different quest right now with his family at Storyland in Santa's Village, but still, that was, wow. That will never happen again. I mean, maybe it will, not like that though. Like,
See, I think, well, it's because it's so busy and there's like so many people in there. Like that line, usually when we're in there, I feel like we're like the only ones on it.
yeah,
So when you get a whole bunch of people have no idea what the hell's going on,
Yeah.
it's chaos and it's amazing.
it was so good. That was like probably one of the best rides Houdini I've ever had. I just was laughing, and I just like the people would start screaming like they just like lost it, and it was like,
it was amazing.
oh my
just
god,
laughing so hard.
that ride is really like so good. It really is. So, wow. Oh yeah, you are eating a bowl of cereal. I was terrified. I don't know. I guess I'm having a hamburger and you're eating a bowl of cereal. Perfect. I think we just caught it in time. I think Quantum Accelerator is gonna like run right now. Probably get some airtime. It's quiet. It's a very quiet coaster. That was beautiful. Glad I was filming that.
As I almost break my ankle again.
On a bench, still.
Yeah, looks smooth. Yeah, it's a little slow. I'm sure it's ramping up. That's all.
Yeah,
Plus, it's a
I mean,
family
like
coaster, so.
it's new. I could see where the launch is in the middle, and it was when it came over the hill. It looks like it probably gets a little airtime, but. Yeah, you're right that it's probably like it's new, so they're trying to figure out the speed of it. But I do like how it's like quiet. It really does remind me of Slinky a lot. All right, so the next stop I got to make here is inside the new Riverboat Cafe. Just get a shot of it because I stopped by when we first got here to like look at the outside. But let's take a look, see what it's looking like. It does look fancy, but as some of the users on Facebook have already pointed out, it's missing sort of the charm that used to be part of Riverside. Like the steering wheel is just gone. So I can't tell if there's more or less seating because they took out how the queue works. It is very fancy in here. It looks like it's the same kind of seats and they just repainted them.
It looks exactly like the old one, except with less seats.
With less seats and like a fresh coat of paint, right?
I mean, but to be fair, they did.
But well, I mean, also the ceiling. That's new. Well, it wouldn't be a Six Flags experience without that. It looks like it is just the platter, the pizza, and then like breadsticks, seasoned fries, mac and cheese. Yeah, I don't see anything about salads or wraps on any of these menus, and I don't know if that's because they're not here or what's going on, but I don't know. Just kind of seems like standard theme park food. There's a lot going on Main Street right now. Wow. Let's see what we got. We got a stilt performer. There's a lot of ribbon on the ground. I see Tweety and Foghorn, Sylvester, Bugs and a weird pig lady. Marvin the Martian is out. Like there's a lot, and Daffy. Like everybody's here. Wow. Wait, so what is happening right now? You just can't get a drink there because like you have to wait in that.
Wait in that line to get your scan.
That's absurd. That's like not acceptable.
Like at the Cedar Fair parks, they do that, but literally the cashier is standing right next to the soda or whatever.
Right.
You don't have to wait for a food line to get a freaking refill.
No, that's ridiculous. I think that this needs to change. Like Six Flags is really failing in this right now. Really failing.
Yeah.
So other thing, on the way out, I didn't film this because I felt like really weird if I was going to do this, but they took all the smoking areas out of the park because they don't want people to smoke in the park. So the designated smoking area is literally in the exit. So you have to, like, when it was in the park, you didn't need to like walk through it. But, and I'm not judging this because I used to be a smoker, so like I'm not like judging in any way, shape or form. But like, you know, now the only option is to walk through it. And it's like before it was in corners of the park, so nobody would have to do that. So like, I don't know what's going on at Six Flags right now, but it's like, it's very disorganized. And there's a lot of decisions being made that don't make a lot of sense.
I will say there's a lot of good ideas that are implemented poorly.
Yeah.
Like I see
that's
exactly,
solid.
I see what they're trying to do, and it makes sense what they're trying to do. They're just doing it very badly.
Yeah, I agree. Like
to get back on the drink thing, we talk about JB's, but there's also the stand that's next to Quantum Accelerator now. That's also good. It has the drink on the ices on one side. That's what you need. You need one designated drink stand.
Right.
You don't need to be waiting through like that snack stand on the main street to get his drink.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. In terms of Memorial Day, like, I mean, it was busy, but it wasn't as busy as 4th of July. It was actually a lot less busy than I expected it to be. So that part was nice. The problems that we're having with today weren't with the crowds. It was just like the implementation of some of these new rules that just don't make any kind of sense. Wow. Okay. Ah! What are you doing? What are you doing? Well, I am clearly back home now with Lyra. She's over here. And we were going to do a little vlogging out on our town beach. Oh. Hi. Okay. You got the ball? Very good. Very good. Anyway, I just done doing a quick wrap up right now, and to say that it's been a really lovely and gorgeous Memorial Day is an understatement. It's been a day full of good music and hanging out with Lyra and going to Six Flags and enjoying the sunlight and the warmer weather again, which we are overdue for. What are you doing? Just some final thoughts is that Memorial Day and 4th of July are two of the busiest days of the year for Six Flags in New England, and probably Six Flags in general. But considering like that it was summer crowds, I actually felt like it was pretty spaced out and that the lines weren't super bad, at least for Superman and Wicked Cyclone and Houdini and the rides that we did do. Okay, that's a lie. Wicked Cyclone was crazy, but now that's just the standard for that ride. Although they were loading it out faster, so who knows? Maybe that's actually changing. The only downside about today is the same downside we're hitting every single time when we go to Six Flags, and that is in the cups. I don't need to re-explain that. I think Robbie and I did enough on that. But yeah, Memorial Day, it's crazy. There's a lot of teenagers. There's a lot of people making some like questionable decisions, but still significantly better than 4th of July. So if you're curious if it's worth going on the Memorial Day weekend, I would say it's okay. I think it's not a bad idea because a lot of people go to the water park. So like that, I think half of what we saw there was in the water park, which makes it a little bit easier, at least until the water park closes. And then it gets a lot crazier during the summer. Anyway, so if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button down below. You can follow me on Instagram, or you can go to my Facebook page, Ryan's Adventure Life. And you can also support me on Patreon if you want bonus content and if you want to support me directly. That's all in the description below. Lyra is having the time of her life behind me. So remember that every day is an adventure and live your best life.